Hey guys, this is Ludwig, and so this video will not really be about banner analysis, but it's more about the charge skill mechanics. And therefore there's not really much to say about this new banner first of all. So they do have different elements, so basically whoever you pick up will probably be useful somehow in the end. The only one that I don't really like here is maybe Alice, because she's the only character that gets her hits cancelled upon fake switch, and well, switch cancel. So we will introduce how switch cancel works with charging later, but as you see here, you just need to hold down SS3 and then your character will start charging. And because Bamco decided to program this very poorly, there are, I guess, a few bugs or a few new features that we can use with charging skills. And on the calculator, these units have, I guess, decent damage, so even without the charging skill, they are still okay units to have for ranking. Alright, so let's start introducing what the charge skill does. So first of all, you have to hold down for about 1 second for a full charge, so that's 1.00 seconds, 30 frames. And then it's probably something about every 10 frames you get 1 charge, it goes up to 3 charges. And if you hold down long enough, your SS3 originally was 100 MP, it turns into 120 MP. Now there are 3 gears for it. Gear 1, the 110, Gear 2 is 115 MP, Gear 3 is 120 MP, SS3. Now all these MP costs are subject to MP reduction from your weapon. So a fully charged SS3 would be only 108 mana, and then if you're using a 6% titles, plus 6 plus 3, you can use a 1 fully charged SS3 and 3 normal SS3s in total. And yeah, so that's with, you can probably do that with most equipped, so you just need 378 MP in total to do that. Or outside of battle, you need 313 MP, but you need all the MP buffs that are available in the game. Alright, so how effective is the charge skill? So first of all, just after damage testing on an EX boss, it seems to increase your attack by 71% and may result in about 80% more damage or less, around that number. And this 71% more attack seems like it's added to a modifier and not attacked directly. So for example, weak point hits, that's 50% more damage for the modifier, so you have a 150% if you land your SS3s on Parry, and then a fully charged SS3 seems to add that 70% on top of 150%, so you're going to be seeing only about 50% more damage in a ranking setting. So there seems to be this trade-off between DPS and damage, however that's not always the case, however. So remember that your on parry SS3s do a lot more damage than the ones off parry. If you're able to land a lot more on parry damage, then that is absolutely going to deal a lot more than just spamming off parry. So if you're watching my damage beforehand, just landed 4 times SS3s, they seem to do around 267k to 275k around that damage. Now I'm going to land a fully charged SS3 and then let's see the damage. So in total, now it's 309, 310k now. We could try doing some math here. Earlier, with a non-fully charged SS3, it took me about 8 seconds to deal 267 or around 270k damage. Now it took me around 1 more second, which is 9 seconds, to land 310k damage. Now you could do the math and see that the DPS is about the same, or even more sometimes. So although it takes an entire second to fully charge an SS3 and then it only does 50% more damage despite full charge, it is still a very useful mechanic. Worst case, you just choose to not fully charge, and then we'll see in a second that having a charge mechanic is actually always useful in ranking. Alright, so we just proved that basically fully charging an SS3 won't decrease your DPS most of the time. So now here's actually another very nice mechanic that's related to charging. So right now, I'll just call it charge parry cancel. So ratsounds found this very nice mechanic where you can actually cancel your parry animation using a charge. And so, as you might know, a parry animation is about half a second long or a little bit longer than that. Anyways, parrying actually does have an animation. And you can cancel the latter half of that parry animation by holding down charge, and then you can release as soon as you see the glow, and then you'll be able to cancel your parry animation really fast. So this also means that you would want to hold your charge down as soon as you release your flick from the parry, and then right after you flick, you hold down your SS3, and then you want to start charging as soon as possible, and that would save you some time. Now, although you are allowed to cancel the parry animation, you still have to wait basically a full second for the full charge to come up, so there is absolutely no way to bypass that. You have to wait for that full second to have a fully charged SS3. Alright, so now let's focus on the video. Now, as you see, now this is a perfect charge parry cancel. So it looks a lot like a lance parry cancel. So as you see, the timer doesn't slow down. Well, you don't get like that slow effect, but the timer is effectively slowed down actually. And during that time, you can charge, and then you'll be saving a lot of time by skipping that, I guess, that slow animation. However, I think it is about the same whether you cancel the slow or not. You just want to hold down charge as soon as possible. And as you see here, you should regain the flashbang effect if you hold down as early as possible. Okay, so there's a few steps here. First of all, you have to buffer your parry as soon as possible, then you hold down your charge as soon as possible, then you release as soon as possible. You'll get that flashbang effect. Or you'll be seeing something like a lance parry cancel. Anyways, this mechanic will now be viable for every single character now that has a charging mechanic. So that would actually be pretty interesting, as from now on every single unit can kind of parry cancel. Yeah, so now here's like a normal lance parry cancel, so that's what it looks like, I guess, originally how we did our parry cancels. Alright, so finally there is one more, I guess, programming bug that BAMCO managed to neglect. So we're going to try fake switching with a fully charged SS3. And what you will see happens that after you fully charge an SS3, then we switch cancel into SS3 and switch character, ABA switch, and then now let's look at the MP cost. It's 108. So that means the second SS3 from Alice was fully charged as well. And this only goes away after you finish your entire SS3 on Alice. So basically fake switch is back in, I guess, this way, where you can get 2 fully charged SS3s on parry if you fake switch. However, this doesn't work well with Alice because her hits get cancelled. It works well with Leafla and SAO. Now also note that there is no way to differentiate a fully charged SS3 with a non-charged one. We can only just look at the MP cost to make sure that, well, it's a different SS3. So that's it for charging SS3s. It's an interesting mechanic. I think the release date was too early. I would have preferred seeing this come out basically as 7 stars and not right now. Alright, so I hope everyone learned something today. From now on, there's going to be more mechanics to display, and see you next time.